Hey guys, JH, welcome to the practice tee, and today is probably, I don't know, I guess what I would term a sermon from the mount. But in this occasion and in this environment it's more like a sermon from the practice tee. But guys, the reason I wanted to get out here today is that I know everybody's been locked down and cooped up, and we're all going stir crazy, and I'm going stir crazy more than anyone. And the weather's been so bad here that I just haven't been able to get out and do any videos, but there's been a break this afternoon, so I thought I'd just sneak out and see what I could do for you guys. Just do a couple of videos and just give you something to look at while you're basically in lockdown. Guys, we're going to get out of it. There's no question we'll get out of it. It's a matter of time. And all around pegs fitting in the round holes. Something we haven't been faced with before, so we really haven't got a mechanism to cope with it, really. So we just need a little bit of time. But I'm really confident we're heading in the right direction. I don't think we'll be locked up for too much longer. I really don't believe that. We're lucky here in Australia. All the shops are closed, of course, except essential services like the gas stations and banks and supermarkets. Everything else is closed, but the golf course is still open. The driving range is still open. So we're lucky from that point of view. So I've got to take advantage of it while I can. And guys, I haven't been hitting any balls. What I've been doing in my confinement is just working out just so much during the day. Just crazy amount of working out. It's just madness. Because I'm there, I've got nothing else to do, so I just hook into it. And it's made a big difference. I mean, I really feel strong, and we all need our strength to fight off anything that may attack us. Okay, today, the first video, guys, I'm going to call it Lead Us Not Into Temptation. And one of my buddies, an Australian guy, Ross Kreshmer from South Australia, called me the other day and he said, JH, I know you've been saying it since the inception of Channel Lock, that we've got to keep those shoulders closed when we hit the golf ball. But the temptation is overwhelming on most occasions to just get that going. And he said, I'm now resisting the temptation. I'm resisting the temptation, I'm hitting the ball great. But he said it was very difficult because we've hit so many shots, millions of shots, where we've just done that. So we've got to go against that. Got to go against that and have that. So the temptation to do that is enormous. So we've got to resist temptation. Now how can we do that? Well guys, you can hit a couple of what I term just half bunt type shots to get the feeling. And the feeling will be that we just want to hit a couple of shots like this. Just bang, and just stay there. Bang. Try and get the full release on the club head. But see, I'm here, it's only like a little sawn off, half jolty type shot. I just hit a couple of those till you get the feeling. And you'll feel a profound difference in that sawn off action than you do in your normal swing, I promise you. You'll say, wow, that just feels like somebody over here is pushing the shoulder shut. Well, let me tell you guys, that's the key. If you can feel someone pushing that shoulder shut as you're coming into the ball and at impact, and even stay there post-impact as long as you can, that's the key. That's the physical feel structure that you want to propagate. So just hit a couple of, here, we're going to go, here, and just let that club release. But when you do it, even though you're sawing it off a little bit, try and get the feeling that we want the club hitting up. Because in channel lock, guys, we need to have this feeling in the channel lock swing that we're hitting up all the time. Because hitting up, when you hit up, you've got to keep that shoulder high. And invariably, if it's high, it's closed. And the channel lock swing is a from down to up. It's a down up shot. It's not a down and through shot. It's a down up. So try and get that feeling that even on the little shot, when you're hitting a shot like this, that you're getting the release and the up hit. Like that. See, my shoulder's closed here, look. Still closed. And I've got a little bit of toe over, see that? Probably got that club face shut 4 or 5 degrees. And that's where I want to be post-impact. I want to have that amount of closure on the club, because bear in mind, guys, and this is the hard thing to get across, we're hitting into out, so if we don't have any closure on the club face, the ball's just going to go out. So no matter how much we hit into out, if it's 8 degrees, 7, mine's about 7 or 8 degrees, and I have about 4 degrees of closure on the club face, sometimes 5, and I get that little push draw. If I don't have any closure, I just get a push. Now that doesn't hurt me, it doesn't hurt anybody. So try and get the feeling, and have a look at your club face after you've hit that shot. After you've hit that shot here, have a look at your club face. Turn around and have a look at it. And if it's towed in a little bit like that, that's the release you want. Because remember, guys, the arms go out, but the club face, the arms go out across the target line, but the club face releases to the target line. Never lose sight of that, ever. Ever. So to get the feeling that we want, get in here. Yeah. Pull it back. We're just going to bunt it. See here, guys, even though there, look, I've got a little bit of here. Hands are not supposed to be high because it's a little cut off shot, sawn off shot. And I've even got a little bit of chicken wing there because I'm holding that lead shoulder shut. I'm really holding that shut. Jordan Spieth does it. He's sort of a little bit of an anomaly on the US PGA Tour because he's got a little bit of chicken wing, but and I think that's why he's so accurate, because I think he does that and he holds that lead shoulder shut as a result of it. Lee Westwood does it too. Lee Westwood has a bent lead arm. And Jerry Pate, who won the, I think, 1976 US Open at Atlanta Country Club, was it? That famous 5-iron into the last hole, the second last hole. He had a bent left arm. Jerry Pate was a magnificent ball striker. Oh, and so was Lee Westwood. And so is Jordan Spieth. And I think that's because their shoulders are square to closed, even with a forward ball position. So the message, I'll just turn a little bit this way. The message is, I want to hit a couple like this. Now when I do that, I feel like there's a fish hook in here, that'll be painful, and it's pulling me this way. Or some method of holding here, and it's actually pulling me this way as I'm hitting the ball. That's the feeling you want in this golf swing, guys. I've mentioned that before, but not in great detail, but you really need that feeling. You need a feeling where in this golf swing, we actually feel like we're there and we're hitting past a closed body. The club's going there, but the body's shut down. So try and feel that. And try and feel that little bit of up. You won't get as much up because this lead arm is locked down. Shoulders up, but the lead arm's down and we don't want it up, which we would get in an upswing. But do that, hit a bunch of them. Just hit a 9-iron or something, or an 8-iron. 8-iron I think is a good club. Wedges, I don't like any of those shots with wedges because they don't teach you anything, guys. Too much loft, too much spin. Anybody can hit those and the ball's going to go basically straight, even if you put an awful swing on it, because the spin's just going to make the ball go reasonably straight. So you don't learn anything. So get to an 8-iron, grip it down a little bit, and this is a 6-iron, but grip it down a little bit and just just hit a few what I call half bunts. And this is amazing. I haven't been here for ages, and that last video I did, that was like, I think about 15 days before I'd hit any shots. And today, you know, I haven't hit any full shots, but I know that if I hit a few full shots, they're going to be good shots. Because that's channel lock, guys. Channel lock doesn't leave you. All right, so we're just going to hit a full half shot. Get in here. There it is, here. Keep that shoulder really close. That's as far as you want to go. See, I'm still closed. That's as far as you want to go. Now that's just a little flat draw. Only goes about, you know, 20 feet in the air, but just that little turnover draw. Just hit a few of those. And just progress. Try and, it's hard to do things in increments, but just try and do 6-inch differential increments until you get up to a full golf swing. And then keep that in your golf swing. Now when you're doing that, guys, try and key on keeping the legs bent and keeping the weight on the heel. Here. And the other thing, and I should say this every video, guys, but you cannot have too much intention of hitting the ball as far, for a right-hander, as far to the right as you possibly can. I feel when I'm hitting the ball great, if that's my target up there, when I'm really hitting it well, I feel like I'm hitting it there, straight at the camera. Now I couldn't possibly do that. That'd be a 45-degree attack angle. That'd be 45 degrees into out. Couldn't do that. But my intentional thought is 45, and then I'll probably get 8. But you can't overemphasize that, guys. Now the other thing that you can work on when you're doing that closure of the shoulders with that little half shot, because we're only doing it in a small manner, and there's not a lot of speed on, there's not a lot of body dynamics involved, feel when you do it, feel like that trail shoulder really goes vertically down almost behind your trail foot. Feel like it does that. That's the secret of this swing, guys. You can't have that trail shoulder moving out a little bit. With this swing, it's very much, the steeper you can get your shoulder, and I don't talk about this, and I haven't spoken about this much at all with channel lock, but the steeper you can get your shoulder pitch, the better it is for channel lock. Because we want to be in that channel here early, and the way to get in there is to pitch that trail shoulder down. What I do as a feeling is I feel like I pitch it down behind me over here. That's what I feel. I feel like I pitch it there. I don't, of course, but that's the feeling. That's the perception. And again, guys, it's this overemphasizing the perception. This is a golf swing you can't, from that aspect point of view, you can't overemphasize being overclosed and hitting overemphasized out to the right as a right-hander. If you can think you're going to hit 45 degrees right, I promise you, and you release the golf club, you'll get the most magnificent golf shots. You'll get stunning golf shots. You really will get stunning golf shots. Guys, you know what camera I'm using for any of you guys? You know, I've tried everything, the Nikons, the Canons, all the top of the line digital cameras. And a guy had a $4,500 Nikon here a couple of weeks ago, and I thought it was okay, but it wasn't great. But guys, this is a tablet. This is a Samsung Galaxy tablet, top of the line. But mate, they're only, even in Australia, they're only about $700 or something like that. Whereas those Nikon cameras are like over here $4,000 or $5,000. And someone told me that the lenses on these are unbelievable, and I didn't believe them. Okay, they don't have autofocus and they don't have any zoom on them. But you can stand out here and you can get pretty good. Like, it's late in the day now, but I mean, I think that the reproduction here will be pretty good. And I found out how to hook up my audio to it. So guys, if you're using a phone and you've got a tablet, and a good tablet, try using a tablet. But you'll have to get a connector, or if you haven't got a wireless system like mine, it'll be hard for you, because my camera's over there, like 7 meters away or something, and I've got my receiver over there, and I've got my audio here. So you've got to have this type of arrangement. But my buddy told me, he said, let's just try a tablet first, and I had one. I had a brand new one I hadn't even used. So That's what we're using, guys, and it's actually pretty good. Well, we'll hit a full shot with that feeling of keeping the shoulder closed. Perfect for the first shot of the day. It's perfect. And guys, what I get and what I feel, and I feel significantly, when I'm trying that, to keep those shoulders closed, for some reason or other, it hunkers me down. When I get that shoulder, it hunkers me down and pushes me into my knees. And my legs stay bent. So there's a good knock-on effect there. So I'll have a little bit of shoulder pitch here. They're just laser straight. And of course, guys, because I've been working out so much, I'm so stiff, so I've got no rotation going at all. So I'm pulling it here, guys. Okay, they're just little 3/4 shots. Okay, we'll wind one up. We've got our goalposts out here, guys, and those are just dead into the wind here. I can't get to the goalposts, about 170 from here. I can't get the 6 iron into the wind, but they're dead in line with the posts. Okay, keep those shoulders closed, guys. See how those feet are down, guys? And the knees are bent. What we call soggy knees. All right, we're warmed up after 4 or 5 shots. Let's just bomb one. Everyone's on the green. There's no green there, but if there was, they'd be on the green. All right, try and get a bit more shoulder pinch, Jase. See here, guys, look. Club's here. What does it feel like? It feels like a hold-off shot. Feels like a hold-off shot. For anybody that doesn't know a hold-off shot's this. Here. The Hogan action. Hogan finish here. That's a hold-off shot. Although he released the club hard, but he did look like a hold-off shot. That's just, see that, guys, that's almost up to the post into the wind. And that's a little, I don't take it back far anyway. But they're just points that we really need to go over and to emphasise and to be diligent in our application of them. I'll really try and hit this at 45 degrees. Now that felt like it was going straight at the camera, but the ball flight was just dead straight. Really windy now into us. That's just monster. Now you guys probably can't see much difference between my monster swing and my normal swing, but it's just that little bit more effort right at the bottom of the ball. The little Mo Norman, atomic 1-inch hit right at the bottom. That's all I think about doing. Now guys, also, when we're doing this, when we say we want the club to release towards the target, because that is our destination, But I don't think about the target. I really don't. Once I'm set up, all I think about is hitting the golf ball. And it really is put this club on that golf ball. A lot of people say, you know, hit through the golf ball and swing the club to the target and don't think about it. I'm exactly the opposite. My whole emphasis is to put this on that. All I do is try and hit the golf ball. Once I'm set up, I forget about the target because I can't have any influence on that. But I can have influence on putting this on that. And that's what I try and do. I'm very much someone who tries to put the club on the golf ball. Very much so. Like that. See both those feet are down, guys? Yeah, so I very much try and put the club on the ball. I'm not someone who says, oh, you know, swing to the target. I fire the club at the ball. The club face in the structure of the golf swing is releasing to the target, so it's going to go there. But I can't have any influence on that. But I can have influence on putting the club on the ball. Okay, come on, bust one. See, I'm just sitting into my knees, guys. The wind is head left to right, just a little peel off, little leak. Ball dead straight, but the wind is just peeling it off. Sorry, guys. I just hit a few drivers now that I'm warmed up. And when you're hitting the drivers, this is my 40-inch driver, of course. When you're hitting the drivers, guys, you overemphasize everything. Club's longer, but don't try and stretch for it. But I really try and hit a long way to the right for a right-hander with the driver. A long way to the right, like straight, almost over the camera. We'll see if we can get a goal through the posts up there. And this is the single axis. There's a goal. They're great, those goal posts. Now I'm really firing this golf club at that golf ball. And when you're doing it, guys, when you tee the ball up, put the name there, the Srixon, and try and put the face of the club on that Srixon name. Just smash it. I'll really smash this hard. This might be a long video. I won't set the camera up again because I think it's going to rain, so I'll just keep going. It'll just give you guys something to do. You've got plenty of time, so you can't complain about a 30-minute video. Okay, let's bust one, Jace. Come on. Take it back really slow and really bust it. Okay, the right foot detached a little bit then because I really did hit it hard. You know, it's a wonderful feeling, guys, to know the ball can never go over here. I can hit that as hard as I like. Because for it to go over here, when I'm directing the club into out, I've got to do something awfully wrong. I'd have to do that to hoik it over there. Okay, let's bust it, come on. Right shoulder down. Just fantastic. I'm getting a lot of shoulder closure, guys, because I'm finishing with my arm here. It's not wrapping around over here. Not at all. Okay, I had a lot of right or trail shoulder down. Going to try and put that trail shoulder there. On the downswing, try and put the trail shoulder there. What's interesting, guys, is in all the the training I've been doing lately, I've been doing a lot of forearm and tricep and just general arm strength stuff, and I can really not turn my shoulders much and just and just fire my arm. Now that's the other thing, guys. Really try and work on. I'm glad I remember that. Really try in the backswing. We fold that trail arm. We fold that trail arm, don't we? On the downswing, because we're going to fire this club head at the ball, try and straighten that arm as hard as you can. Don't just swing the club down willy-nilly like that. Just try and piston that trail arm like a hydraulic ram or a pneumatic wrench. Bang! Just fire it as hard as you can. Okay, we'll do that. We'll actually just straighten that arm as hard as I can. That's interesting, guys. That's another 20 in the air. I'm sure that was 20, maybe 15, but it felt like 20. The ball was up there forever. Just stayed up there. Man, that was up there. Whew. And that's a piston shot. That's just bang. Simply that is this, guys. Fold and fire. Fold and fire. Now if you fire that trail arm and you fire it straight, it'll pull your lead arm straight anyway. The cherry on the cake there is if you can fire that trail arm and pull with your lead arm, whew, man, you've got the turbocharger, the twin turbocharger. So we'll try and do that. Come on, James. Really closed, deep shoulder turn down. Now, just going down. And there's no movement on the ball, guys. I mean none. It's just a dead straight golf shot. And with range balls. Range balls, the dimples are full of paint, as we know. And aerodynamically, they're not great. But they're just straight between the goalposts. I could stay here, hit a couple of buckets here with drivers, and those 4 posts there are, I think, about probably 20 metres. You know, the middle ones are about 6 metres, and then the outside ones are 6, that's 18, maybe 20 metres. And I could hit drivers through there all day, but get so many through the middle posts. But I'm never going to miss those posts, not ever. Okay, I'm really going to piston this one, trail arm piston. Okay guys, you probably haven't heard this for a while, but it used to be something I used to say all the time. That's the best shot I've hit since I've been on the JH practice tree. That's the best drive I've hit since I've been on channel lock. I'll just get these tees. Absolutely the best drive I've hit since I've been on channel lock. No question. And what made the difference? Well, I'm just absolutely concentrating and emphasising straightening that trail arm. Just bang, straighten it. When I hit my pitch shots, if I want to hit a real hard stinger type pitch shot in that's going to go in low and grab, that's what I do. I take it back here and I go bang, I just fire that trail arm. I do that with my pitch shots. Like, you know, 90, 100 yard pitch shot where you really want to sting it and sit it down. You know, get it to grab on a really hard green. That's what I do, but I don't do it in the full shots, but I did then. Okay, see if I can overemphasise that. See if I can get really square on. I have to aim a little left of the post to get square on. I'll tell you what's interesting. This is a really stiff shaft, but how much that bends the shaft from a little golf swing. Okay, I'm quite physically strong at the moment, so probably putting a lot of arm pressure into that shaft. But boy, that ball, that's just kicking the shaft. The ball's going 30 feet higher and carrying so much further. And it's bending this shaft on the ball. Okay, see how hard I can really hit it and what the brink of disaster point is in that Let's see if I can hit it as hard as I can with that trail arm and see how hard I can hit it relative to would the swing break down if I really did overdo that. Let's have a look. Even though I've gone over here a bit, the club's still in front of me. Wow. Now if I combine that with a little bit of the ready code, where the ready code is when we get to the top we don't hit it till we're ready, if I can do that, whoo. Now that had so much velocity, it pulled my feet off the ground a little bit. I don't mind if the ball goes dead straight. Okay, now really hit into outrage. Can't believe how high that's going. Clearly because it's bending the shaft a lot. Bending the shaft enormously. Why is it bending the shaft? Because of this. I'll hit one this way. Murphy's Law, as soon as you aim at the camera, you'll hit a domer and knock it straight through the camera and blow the camera to bits. I'm not quite at the camera, just to the left of it. Never coming down. Never coming down. Now you can see on that angle there, if you slow that down, that my arms don't get over here. They might get to here, but they come back. They don't wrap over. I'll show you what a wrap over looks like. This is what my old swing used to look like. This is a wrap over. That's a wrap over. And that's my old swing. A little drag. Hate that. That's why I wanted to develop channel lock. I mean, it drags and pulls. I mean, I hate those. Can't drag or pull. I haven't hit one shot like that from the first day I started channel lock. I haven't hit a drag or a pull. Can't do it. Alright, I'll hit this as hard as I can. And I mean as hard as I can. But really hit it out to the right. Come on, Chase. With a little bit of ready code. Wow. Now, the only thing that wasn't in the protocol there was the 5 o'clock nose. If I can incorporate the 5 o'clock nose now with those other aspects, 5 o'clock nose for the uninitiated, clock face in front of me, 12 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 5 o'clock. If I can keep my nose pointing to 5 o'clock and have that piston arm firing, here we go. Come on, Jay. Look at this, guys, no. You might see a little chicken wing in this golf swing because I'm not trying to roll it over. I'm trying to keep that lead shoulder closed and I'm trying to extend that right arm. I don't know what the microphone's like on the tablet, but the sound is different. With that impact, when I'm really smashing it, the sound is different. Absolutely different. Okay, last shot, come on, how hard can you hit it, Jace? With overcoming temptation. Do not go into temptation, JH. Resist the temptation, come on. What did I say before when that other drive was the best drive I've ever hit on the JH practice tee? It wasn't, that was. And I haven't been out here for a while, guys. I only hit some balls. Turn me off if I'm driving you crazy. This is one of my practice sessions. Just out here working on stuff. But I always have a commitment. Every time I hit a shot, I've got a target. And I've got a variance that I give myself for the target where it is. You know, I just don't hit a willy-nilly shot. Now I've got those posts out there. I'll either aim to the right of the big one in the middle, to the right of the one on the outside, inside, up, down, down, down. But I always go with something. I just don't hit a willy-nilly shot. Because guys, how are you ever going to grade yourself? How are you going to know if you're hitting it okay if you haven't got a specific commitment to a target? Come on, James, how hard can you piston? This is single axis, guys. I actually like single axis. My goodness. Actually, the gunslinger at the moment, which is why I'm in here and then I go out to the ball, doesn't feel as good as the single axis. Single axis, I don't know, I've got more power. I mean, that is enormous power. I would need much less loft on this golf club or a much stiffer shaft, and this is almost double X now because it's so short. It was X to start with and now it's double, it's really stiff. I think it's about 278 CPM, so I'd probably need about a 290 if I was going to keep doing this. Come on, Jason. 5 o'clock nose, ready code, piston. Just a little leak on it because I actually just fiddled with my grip a little bit before I took it back, and I was thinking about that and I had no 5 o'clock nose. You've got to go through the protocol, guys. If you don't go through the protocol, nothing in, nothing out, like a computer. You don't put it in, you're not going to get it out. Come on, 5 o'clock nose. Hit to the right. Like that. Okay guys, that's a bit of stuff there, something to, like I say, maybe alleviate the boredom, but you know, I can get pretty boring on occasions. No question about that. I just hit a couple of this is my 6 iron length hybrid, guys. It's 18 degrees, 6 iron length, stiff as a bit of rebar. But it's a bullet, absolute bullet. Same length as 6 iron, look. Okay, we'll bust one down there. I mean, it's so strong, this club, in the loft and with this stiff shaft, only goes about 35, 40 feet in the air. It's so strong. It's a great little club. Okay guys,